All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back. I'm doing this video to give you my love-hate relationship with the Peloton Bike and the Peloton company. I ordered this bike back in April of 2020, right when we learned that COVID is a little bit more serious than what people were telling us. It took about 3 weeks to get the bike, maybe 4 weeks to get the bike. I was super glad I did. I rode the bike every single day from pretty much April until, let's say, end of May. Then I go on vacation. Then I went home and spent 2-3 months at home, and I came back and been riding the bike ever since. When I got the bike, I had great experience ordering it. I ended up getting a $100 friend referral code, and I ordered a bunch of accessories. I got a heart rate monitor here. I got some weights here, which I think these are 3-pound weights. And then I ended up getting shoes. And the shoes buckle right into the pedals here, like so. And I was super excited to get them. I got the shoes, I tried them on. They were decently comfortable. I clicked in. Every time I pedaled, I would feel the rivets in the bottom of the shoe pressing into my foot. It was torture. And I lasted about 5 minutes pedaling and took the shoes off and sent them back. I heard the shoes aren't as good as other spin type shoes you can get at the athletic stores. Weights ended up being, well, they're weights. That's no big deal. The heart rate monitor, this is my third one. They aren't very good. If you read any website with Peloton, the biggest complaint as far as heart rate monitors, they just don't work. I will be in a ride, even when it was brand new, I'd be in a ride and it disconnects 5 or 6 times during the ride. Once you get your after ride workout report, it shows you where the heart rate monitor disconnected, and it just wasn't very good. I called and asked them, is there something I'm doing wrong? And they're like, you're not positioning it correctly. And I'm like, well, I'm following the directions. It comes in the box. You have it right, center of your chest, below the pectoral. And it still wouldn't connect very well. So they sent me a new one. That one seemed to work a little bit better. And it only lasted about 2 or 3 weeks before it wouldn't even connect at all, wouldn't even read it. Bought a new battery. It worked for about 2 or 3 more weeks, and the battery was dead again. They sent me a brand new one, and I used that once so far. So I've had my first 4 or 5 months with this bike has been a great experience, besides the heart rate monitor, besides the shoes, and that's more of a comfort thing for me. The workouts are awesome. I love the fact that you can just go and just hit classes, and you can type in what instructor you want. You can type in the length of your workout, what type of music you want to listen to, the class type. It's incredible. I have my favorite instructors. I follow them. It's great. I think I've got 156 workouts in so far. And it's been great up until about 3 months ago. I was having, once in a while I'd have an issue where I would disconnect from the class. It would just, the screen would turn white, this Peloton emblem would come, and it would do this radar thing around the P for Peloton. And it would do that during the middle of my workout. And so I was like, all right, well, that's one time. And then it would happen like once every couple of weeks. And then it was happening once every other day. And then by November, it was happening 2 or 3 times in a class. I couldn't even finish a class. By December, I had called and they told me that I need to do a static discharge with the bike, which is simply disconnecting the bike from the wall, disconnecting the cord from the very back of the bike down there, disconnecting everything behind the monitor, holding the power button, the volume buttons all at once, and it basically just drains all the current out of the entire system. And then say plug it in, turn it back on after 30 minutes of sitting there, and it should reboot. I did that, and the loading screen was on for 45 minutes. It just kept loading and going back and forth between the main screen and the loading screen, and it crapped out on me. So I called back, I talked to him. The woman told me on December 15th that she would send me a monitor out, and I would have it within a week. I did not have the monitor, so I called back, and they said that they have no record of the monitor being ordered. And I said, well, do you have the record of the phone calls? They said yes. And so they looked at the call, and they saw that what my complaint was. They saw that I had multiple complaints about this computer monitor not working and functioning. And they said that they would get one out to me. January, I figured out after the holidays it would arrive, and I called back, and they said that they haven't sent it out yet because they're waiting for a technician. I never requested a technician to do this because technicians, you're months out with these things. So I said, no, I want the monitor. I want it. I haven't been able to ride. Well, I ride, but it's like I do a 30-minute class, and I have to restart the class 2 or 3 times, and it's super irritating. So they said I talked to this gentleman. Everyone's been super nice as far as tech support's concerned, but I ran into a couple people who have no clue. They're like, oh yeah, we'll send you a monitor out. Monitor never comes. So I talked to this guy. He's like, all right, I'm sorry. We'll get you a monitor out. They sent me a new monitor. He told me it was going to be overnight. It took, I think today's the 15th day. It took 15 days after he promised it'd be overnighted. And I had to call back and ask him, where's that? Oh, well, we haven't sent it out yet. I'm like, you said this was going to be overnighted. So my experience with the bike was great up until this monitor kind of crapping out on me. I've done factory reset. I've updated it, static discharge a couple times. I've done everything possible from the Peloton website all the way to basic computer stuff. This monitor, there's nothing wrong with the monitor. It just keeps freezing. And so I paid for the warranty. So I think you get a 1-year warranty on the bike. I paid for an extra warranty. And I don't know if I would pay for the warranty again because, I'm not even a year into this thing. And it took 5 phone calls to get the replacement monitor. And where I'm at, over almost a month and a half, like 6 or 7 weeks to get the monitor after I called. So, the original warranty covers it. And this is an old heart rate monitor that doesn't work anymore. I find it funny when they told me that they were going to send me the so basically they sent me the replacement monitor, which is over there, and they told me they're going to send me a package to package this up and send it back. The package that they sent me was a bubble envelope that's about 1/3 the size of this monitor. I was supposed to fit the monitor into this envelope, which is probably would come up to here, and send it back. All I was going to do, because this is what they sent me, I was just going to duct tape that to this and send it in the mail. I was just so fed up with these people that they would send me a box that wouldn't even fit 1/3 of the monitor in, and I wouldn't send anything in a package like that. Maybe a small pamphlet or a booklet. You want me to send a $750 monitor? This is how much this replacement monitor is. $750 for this thing. And like you can see, yeah, it works fine here. If I were to get up on the bike and start pedaling, it would cut out in the middle of a class. It took 25 minutes to load up when I turned it on to do this video. And it's absolutely ridiculous. Up until that point, I loved this bike. And then I became to hate the bike because I would get on it and I'll start riding. I'm into a workout, and it would just reset. And then it takes, 20, 30, 40 minutes for it to load back up. Well, people buy workout equipment to have in their house so they can jump on and go when they have time. And that's what I try to do that before I start work. Try to get on, do my thing. And my workouts are cut short, and then the thing doesn't load up. And then I got to get on the phone with the help display, help people. And I've spent hours on the phone with these people. I've had probably 20 workouts interrupted, and it's just been a nightmare. I bragged about this bike for the first probably 6 months that I've owned it. The last 2 months has been just a disaster. I don't know if I would recommend this bike at this point. I was a Peloton cult member for the first few months. I love this bike. It's a great workout. But the biggest problem has been this monitor. Looks like they sent me a new monitor. I told them, I said, don't send me no rebuilt monitor. I don't want rebuilt monitor. I don't want someone else's problem that you guys blew some dust off of and decide to give me. So I've got this new monitor. We're going to install it. I'm hoping this fixes my problem. I think this bike's down to $1,800. If you're looking to kind of get out of the gym with all this COVID stuff going on, at this point, if you don't have the monitor issues, I highly recommend this bike. It's awesome. It's great. The music, the classes, the instructors are awesome. I only exited one class. One instructor got all political and was like screaming in the mic and was super upset about some political stuff, which I'm not going to get into. And it became, I get on this bike to work out, enjoy, relax a little bit. And when I have an instructor screaming about certain parts of the country having privilege and all this stuff, I had to exit out. And I haven't used that instructor since because I can't, I get on this bike to exercise, relax a little bit. I don't need someone screaming at me and getting all political. That's not what I work out for. I work out to remain happy and healthy, and that's that. So this fits. I have this in the corner of my room. I don't have an exercise room in my house or anything, so I got to kind of work with what I got. I just got a mat from Amazon. It's pretty thick. Tuck underneath it. This bike has 2 cup holders, as you can see right here. This is the adjustment knob, and you press it for the brake. Just press down and it stops it. It's got weight holders in the back. The monitor doesn't swivel. The new ones swivel and do all the fancy stuff. What else? Everything adjusts on it. It's a solid bike. The monitor's a little sketch, but it's held up very good. Like I said, I've got 156 rides on this bike. The monitor's kind of crapping out, but I mean, there's nothing really wrong with it. Besides that, I think that most people will ride it and enjoy it. And if you have good luck with it, I think you're absolutely going to love it. And you start looking at price comparison. Like I was paying, it was $90 a month for the gym I was going to. I only do spin and boxing there. $90 a month with the price of this bike brand new. And the classes, because they offered 0 interest on this bike. So between the payment and the class, it was cheaper to own this bike and pay the monthly subscription than it was to have a gym membership. Well, my gym, when COVID hit, shut down, but they decided to continue charging me because they wanted to stay open and keep the doors. And I get it, but my whole thing is if I'm going to pay you for a service, I need to have my service. And I didn't think my gym did a very good job of keeping clean in the first place. So I would be a little creeped out going there, bikes half wiped down and stuff like that. So financially, paying $1,800 or $2,200 or whatever this bike is it's a huge blow for. I'm a school teacher, as you guys know. It's a huge chunk of change for us school teachers out there. But after 2 years, it's paid for itself as far as gym memberships are concerned. it will pay for itself, and from that point forward, you're saving money. I love the bike. I hate the monitor, so I'm hoping I can come back to you guys in the next couple of weeks and just tell you how much I love this bike again. But I lost a little faith with their service department and trying to elude sending me a new monitor. They didn't want to send me the monitor. They just kept telling me to reset it and re-update, and then they were blaming my internet connection, and I'm like, no, it's not my internet connection. I don't have outages with that. So they're trying to skate every way around sending me a new monitor, but I finally got the new monitor, and hopefully this is going to turn my love-hate relationship to a love relationship again with the Peloton. So as of right now, I'm neutral as far as recommending it. I will come back with some more updates on this thing, but as of right now, if you have one, let me know if you've been having issues with the monitor. I would like to know if I'm the only one who, I got the lucky monitor that doesn't want to work half the time. Let me know if you're one of those people, or if you have experience with these monitors crapping out. But here it is, my Peloton bike. Hopefully it will be 100% fixed here once I get this monitor mounted. Thanks guys, have a good one.